This guy makes $30,000 a month selling this one thing on X. This guy $550,000 in his first year, and it's just him, one person. This guy makes $1.7 million last year just by himself. He makes more money than the CEO of Starbucks. Keep in mind that he's not running a company with 50 or 100 employees. He's just one person running his own business on his laptop with 0 employees. So in this video, I'll be sharing exactly what these guys are doing to make this much money, and how you and I, the average person, can learn and replicate their success. So if you're serious about turning your life around, make sure you're ready to take notes. Let's dive in and start with the first business. So the first one is a boring business that can not only make you thousands of dollars, but millions of dollars if you do it right. And it's actually an underrated way to make money online, because all you hear today is how to make money with AI, YouTube automation, dropshipping, and you don't really hear much about this one on the internet. But it makes Cody $50,000 a month in just 8 months, Michael $66,000 a month in his first 5 months, and Sam $550,000 in his first year doing it. And I'm talking about newsletter. Yep, not the sexiest business, but it's something that has been proven to work time and time again. So what's a newsletter? A newsletter is just a weekly or daily email that you send out to your audience about a certain topic. So it could be news, trending topics, or updates. People sign up to newsletters to learn new things, to stay updated, or just to entertain themselves. But why a newsletter though? Why not do that on Facebook or Instagram? 2 words: conversion rate. So have you ever noticed everywhere you go, people are talking about being an influencer on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube? But the truth is, the highest conversion rate is with email newsletters. So there was a study recently by McKinsey that found newsletters on average acquired 40 times more customers than social media. Newsletters generated 174% more conversions than Facebook or Instagram. And the average open rate for an email newsletter is 25%, where the average reach for a Facebook post is just around 4.32%. So let's say if you have 1,000 email subscribers and 1,000 Facebook fans, your email would have reached 250 people, while your Facebook post would have been seen by just 43 people, if you're lucky. Okay, that's great, you can reach more people, but why is it worth so much money? Why do companies pay millions of dollars to acquire these newsletter businesses? Because you own your audience. And that's huge, because if you're building an audience on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, you're kind of building your house on rented land. It doesn't matter if you have 1 million or 10 million subscribers, you don't own the audience. Because imagine if you have 1 million followers on Instagram today, and tomorrow Instagram bans you or the algorithm changes, you can lose your followers, right? But with newsletters, you'll never get suspended, you'll never get banned. You own that email list, and that ownership is a very sellable asset. Now, how do you actually make money with a newsletter? Well, it's pretty simple actually, and that's through advertising. Now let me show you the different ways you can make money on a single email that you write. So on top, you can have a spot for a brand sponsor. Brands will pay you a fixed amount to promote their product or service on every email that goes out. And just for context, if you have between 30,000 to 50,000 followers or subscribers, you can charge between $3,000 to $5,000 per post. And in simple terms, the more eyeballs you get, the more money you can charge. Ali Abdaal, who is a famous YouTuber who also has a newsletter, charges $5,000 for every email that goes out. So imagine if you send an email once a week, 4 times a month. That is $20,000 a month from just one sponsor and one email. But what if you write every day? I think you can do the math. And it doesn't stop there. You can also put affiliate links towards the bottom of your email. So when someone clicks and buys a product, you get a commission. And you can also have a second sponsor towards the bottom. Or you can also put ads like these, the ones that you see on blogs or news sites. Now, one of the biggest challenges I see people have with newsletters is, I don't know what to write about. I'm not an expert in anything. Here's the thing. You don't have to be an expert to start a newsletter, because you can simply be the curator instead of the expert. And if you're curating content that people want to read about, you can have a successful newsletter. So Sean Puri built the Milk Road, not as an expert, but as a curator of content. He never wrote a single article. All he did was curate the most current crypto news and trends and put them in front of his audience. He started his newsletter in February of 2022, grew it to 250,000 subscribers within 8 months, and sold it by the end of that same year for $1 million. So find a niche that you are passionate in, and if you can be there for your readers every single week consistently, you have a real shot at this. Now the next question becomes, how do you start a newsletter if you have 0 audience? Well, there are a few ways to do it. You You can find Facebook groups related to your niche. So if you're creating a newsletter around dog training, for example, you want to find groups that relates to dogs. There are tons of them. Join the groups and be active. Provide tons of free content, respond to other people's posts, and from time to time, you can link back to your newsletter opt-in page. You can say something like, if you love training tips like these, I've got a bunch more in my free newsletter that I send every Friday. Something along those lines, but make sure you want to focus on what the audience will get. And you can also go to Reddit or Twitter and do the same thing. Now, if you have zero audience, you have to put in the effort in the beginning because we're trying to avoid using paid ads. But once you get to 500, 1,000 subscribers, you can start to level up your game. You can do something called cross-promotion. So the idea here is to find newsletters with similar audiences, with similar size, collaborate, and you can cross-promote each other's newsletters. And this method has been proven to work well for a lot of newsletters, add thousands of new subscribers without having to pay for ads. So if you want to do this, you can go to a site like Substack and you can find newsletters that you want to cross-promote with. It's a win-win for both parties. What tool do I need to send the newsletters? Well, you can use any email marketing software to send the newsletters. But for me, I use Beehive for this. So number one, the platform is super easy to use. You can batch create your emails ahead of time and you can schedule them out. And the founder, Tyler Denk, is actually one of the guys from Morning Brew, the newsletter that sold for $75 million just a couple of years ago. So this platform is built specifically not to just send emails, but grow and scale newsletters. Now, please note that I'm not sponsored by Beehive to say any of this, but I just think that it's truly one of the best platforms out there for newsletters because I use it myself. And one of the cool features that they have is they've got an ad network where you can automatically place ads on your emails, just like those you see on news websites or blogs. So they make it really easy to monetize your emails. So building that money printing machine is going to be a lot easier with Beehive. So if you're interested in doing this, leave me a comment down below and let me know what's stopping you. What is the thing that you want to know about? In other words, you're sold that you want to do this. You have a good idea about it, but what's the next big challenge that you're concerned with? Is it how to set it up? How to market it? Let me know in the comments down below and I'll try to cover that in one of my next videos. Now, the second business idea is what you call productizing yourself. And to productize yourself means turning your skills, knowledge, and expertise into marketable products or services that can be sold to others. And if you do this correctly, you're opening yourself up to huge opportunities. Because that's exactly what Justin Welsh did. He started from zero and he made $1.7 million last year. And he did it just by himself. One person. Yep, 0 employees. And we've got another one, Ali Abdal, a doctor turned YouTuber. He makes $5 million a year as a result of selling his skills and experiences through various products. So let's take Ali Abdal for example. He started on YouTube when he was still a medical student. He created free content on how to study for exams. He later expanded to making content on productivity tips, how to improve your health, how to create good habits, basically how to improve your life. And by sharing free content on YouTube, he grew his audience to almost 5 million subscribers. And he was able to monetize his huge following from advertising, courses, speaking events, newsletters, and his first book that he's actually launching. Ali makes $5 million a year by productizing his skills. So how do I start? So we've got 3 steps to this: the brand, the marketing, and the product. So let's talk about the first one, the brand. Now the first step is to understand that in this business, the brand is you. It's not the logo, the building, or the colors of your website. It's actually you. And Jeff Bezos says it best, your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Your brand is simply a set of perceptions of what people think about you. Your brand is about what you do. So if you're out playing tennis, for example, and you see this guy who's really good at it and you want to be like him, you have a perception of this guy, which means that he is a brand to you, even if he doesn't know it. He's the really good tennis player that I see all the time at the club. He already has a brand. He might not realize it and he might not do anything about it, but it's already there. Now you may not realize it, but you may have one already as well. So you gotta ask these questions. What do people think of you? What accomplishments do they recognize? What do they think you're good at? So think of a specific goal that you've achieved, a problem that you've solved before, and you can start from there. That's step number 2, the marketing. So the marketing is what connects your brand to your audience. And in this economy, we usually talk about content, tweets, articles, YouTube videos, Content is where you package your ideas and share it with the world. So now you have a brand, let's pick a platform. Because for me, I choose YouTube. If you're starting today, I think YouTube is the best platform for a number of reasons. So number one, as Sean from Think Media always says, the difference between YouTube and other platforms is that TikTok, Instagram is a content feed and YouTube is a content library. And the difference is that when you post something on TikTok and if it doesn't perform within 24 hours, that content is gone and nobody's going to find it unless they manually look under your account. And same with Instagram. If you post something, you probably have 5 to 7 days max for it to perform. But with YouTube being a content library means that your videos live forever. So if you post a video today on YouTube, it's going to continue to generate views every day and even 4 to 5 years later. If you post a video today and it doesn't perform, it might perform 3 months or 6 months from now. So I think YouTube is a smart choice for this. So if you decide to start by being a content creator on YouTube, you want to start by creating videos that solves your audience problems. Because 86% of people that go on YouTube, they want to learn new things. And you should use that to your advantage. You want to find out what people want to learn about by using a keyword tool like vidIQ. They've got a keyword research tool where you can find a topic and see exactly what people are typing in. You can also see the search volume or how competitive each keyword is. And in general, you want to go for low competition keywords. And once you break in and get some traction, you can go after the more competitive keywords. And by the way, I've been using vidIQ for a while, so I've got a discount code below that gives you access to vidIQ for just $1. Now for video editing, I would start with CapCut. They've got an online video editor, so you don't have to download anything to your computer. So if you're a beginner, you don't have to waste your time learning Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro, and just use CapCut. Because it's so easy to use and they've got a lot of features like auto captioning. You can get all the filters for your videos. You can even remove a background and use a fake background if you don't have a nice studio setup. And the best thing is that CapCut is free. Yep, totally free. Now the next thing to do is to share your story, document your journey, and just be authentic. And if you can do that consistently for a year or two, you're gonna be amazed at what you've built. Now step number 3, the products. So the products are the vehicles for you to make money as a content creator. And the goal for these products is to help people achieve the same results as you've achieved for yourself. And there are a number of ways you can package it. So digital products. If you are a photographer and you create videos sharing your techniques on how to shoot for weddings, maybe you can sell LUTs or filters to help people edit their videos faster. These are digital products that you can create once and you can sell for an unlimited number of times. Online courses. Again, if you're a photographer and you have a thriving photography business, you can sell a course on teaching people how to run a successful photography business like yourself. You're helping people achieve the same results that you achieve for yourself. Or here's an example from my own story. So I started my YouTube channel early this year in 2023, and I was able to get monetized in less than 30 days and earn $10,000 a month. Only on my 3rd month. So I created an online course teaching people how to achieve the same results as I did. And before the course even launched, I've got about 500 signups. And I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm just showing you that it's possible. And I believe I had about 5,000 subscribers at that point. So you have to think about what you're good at or what you've achieved before that you can share with your audience. And there are tons of many other products that you can offer. Ebooks, coaching programs, software, memberships, the list goes on. So the key here is to recognize that if you can help someone achieve something, you can create that offer. It's an exchange of value. Now, if you want to do this, I would recommend taking the next 3 months and commit the time for your future self. You want to commit to something that you're going to thank yourself for doing a year from now. Because this time next year, you don't want to say, damn, I wish I spent my time doing this. I wish I spent my time doing that. Instead, you're going to look back and you're going to say, thank God I spent those 3 months doing that because that got the ball rolling. That got me the momentum. Maybe you don't make $1.7 million or not even $200,000, but you took action and you learned so many things and you're ahead of 95% of people who didn't take action. Now, I know a lot of people struggle with this and I don't think I'm ready to make videos about myself. I'm shy. I'm not good on camera. So this next idea is actually something that you can start with, a bridge, if you want to take baby steps. You can start by selling a digital product like website templates, and specifically Framer templates. So if you're not familiar, Framer is a drag and drop website builder. So this guy Nick made $40,000 this year from February to October, which is about $5,000 a month. And this guy, Cedric Design, makes $30,000 per month selling Framer templates. And all he did was promote his templates using his Twitter or X account. And if you look here, he doesn't even have a huge following, and he was able to sell $30,000 worth of templates in a month. Now, you might be asking, why Framer? There are tons of website builders out there like Wix, Squarespace, Webflow. Well, Framer is getting really popular recently, and you can take advantage of the momentum. And it's actually been trending on Google Trends this year. In fact, it's even going off the charts right now. So timing-wise, it's a really good opportunity to get in right now. So there are 3 reasons why I like this idea. So number 1 is a digital product, so your upfront cost is 0. You've got no inventories to buy, there are no expensive apps to subscribe to. Number 2, no customer support. So when you build a Framer template, there's actually no coding involved. So there won't be any coding errors. So if your customer finds a bug or an error, they have to contact Framer to solve it. And number 3, there's medium barrier to entry. So by now you'll probably realize that not everyone can do this. You need to be able to design, or at least have a good eye for it. So there is some barrier to entry, but it's not a huge learning curve. So I think some barrier to entry is good to keep the competition low. Now let's take a look at Cedric Design here, and let's see what we can learn from him. He's selling his templates for $249 each. Now, since it's a digital product, his cost is probably just his time and effort designing the templates. But once he launches his product, he gets $249 for every template that he sells. And he uses an app called Lemon Squeezy here to process his payments. And they take about 5% for every sale. So he's basically left with $236, which is a 95% margin for every sale. Now think about it, if you can just sell 2 templates a day, that's already $15,000 a month with 95% margin. Now if you're interested, you can start designing this using a tool like Figma. Figma is free to use and it integrates directly with Framer. So when you've completed your designs on Figma, you can just copy and paste directly to Framer. And obviously I won't show you how to design the template itself, because there are tons of free videos on YouTube teaching you how to exactly do that. Like this video, for example, it shows you how to design a Framer template under 20 minutes using Figma. Now there are a few places where you can sell your templates, but the most obvious and actually the best place is actually on the Framer marketplace itself, because you're going to get a very high quality traffic. I mean, people who are on this page already has the full intention of buying a template. They're not just browsing around. And plus you get to keep all the proceeds because Framer doesn't charge you a percentage of sales. And of course you can also list your templates for sale on other marketplaces like Etsy or Creative Market. But what I would recommend is selling your templates on your own website as well. And use a payment processor like Stripe or Lemon Squeezy to process your payments. Now forget about Instagram, Facebook or TikTok and just focus on one platform. And I would recommend using X because it's a gold mine for selling templates like this. And this guy is proof that it's working. And there are actually tons of other people who makes hundreds of thousands of dollars selling templates on X. But here's the trick, and if you're building your audience from zero, there's this one thing that can grow your audience quickly. It's called VIP, or built in public, which means you are sharing your stories with the audience on how the product is being developed for the purpose of building and growing a community. So you want to share screenshots, how you create a template, get people excited and drive engagement, and that's how you build a community. So you want to spend some time to analyze and study all these accounts and see what they write about, which posts are getting the most views, see what they're doing right, and try to use that for your own. Now the purpose of this video is to get you to think. You don't want to go in there and copy his designs or his tweets. I'm showing you this so you can have a lot of ideas. How to take ideas that has already been proven to work and find your own niche to replicate their success. You can even expand the idea to creating templates for real estate agents, graphic designers, lawyers, doctors, musicians. And you're not even limited to Framer templates. There are tons of other website platforms like Shopify, Squarespace, Webflow. And down the road, you can even expand to Notion templates, ClickUp templates. I think the list is endless. Now, if you don't want to be average, you want to stop doing average things. If you don't want the same outcome as your friends, stop doing what your friends do. If you want extreme outcomes, you have to do extreme things. So if you want to change your life, don't wait until next week or tomorrow. Start today. You have to change your action or nothing changes. It's that simple. So if you found this video helpful in any way, I'd appreciate it if you give it a like and subscribe. And if you want to see more of my ideas, check them out here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.